Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to your weekly forecast for August 12th through the 18th. We've got this full moon coming up in Aquarius midweek. We're going to see how it's affecting our lovely Sagittarius friends. We're continuing with our ocean mermaid theme for the week. See what's going on. And then after we look at these cards, I'm going to go ahead and check out a card for a healing message for you guys from a different deck. As always, those of you who ask me, all the deck info is in the description of the video with links for the decks if you're into them, if you like them, if you want them for your own. Okay, so Monday, Tuesday for Sagittarius, Wednesday, Thursday. I don't know. I'm not convinced on that one. Okay, there we go. That's a strong one. Like that card was like, yes, I'm the card for Wednesday, Thursday. Here's your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay. Monday, Tuesday. Okay. This one has been coming up for the various signs in different spots in different ways. So Sagittarius, I'm going to tell you what's happening. And you know what's funny? This came up for Aries also. But I think for Aries, it came up for them in the end of the week, I think. Or I could be wrong. Maybe it was the beginning. So what we have coming up is that this card is wanting you to know that you are feeling, some of you, ever since that new moon energy, the new moon that we had in Leo, some of you have had a lot of really intense feelings come up since then, because that Leo moon brought up a lot of like impulsive energy, like go, go, go. And I think the fire signs are already signs that tend to be action kind of energy, right? Like, Sagittarius, you are not going to be the kind of person who will shy away from getting things done. Like, you will get up and you will get things done. So that new moon, even though it was a new moon, it almost felt like a full moon because of the energy was so like, moving us. And so some of you felt very overwhelmed by that intense energy. And now we're coming into the full moon in Aquarius midweek. And I'm not an astrology expert, but from what I understand, it's going to be bringing up a lot of love feelings for people where they're wanting to have a healthy, strong love connection, or they're wanting to have a better relationship with their love partner, or they're wanting to find their person. And as a result, this is bringing up some insecurities or jealousy or fears and things like that in some people, not everyone. But all of these intense energies, Sagittarius, I feel like you guys are just like, woo, like, oh Lord, like I can't even. Like, I need to surrender this. I need to just give this to my higher power. This is just too much for me to worry about right now. And so even though we have the whole thing of being overwhelmed, this is good. This is good because you're coming to the moment where you're like, I'm going to give this to the universe. I'm going to give this to higher power. I'm going to give this to God, and I'm going to let the universe carry me through this. That's a perfect place to be, and I'll tell you why. And I've said this example in other videos. If you're trying to swim in the water and say you want to get from like one end of the pool to the other, and you think that, okay, well, if I swim as hard as I can, then I'll go faster. So if you're kicking your legs as hard as you can, if you're splashing the water as hard as you can, and you're not gliding on the surface and working with the flow of the water, you're not going to get very far. You're going to tire yourself out, and you'll probably end up like maybe even sinking a little bit if you're splashing and kicking too hard. It's just a whole lot of effort without a whole lot of progress. But what happens if you relax your body and you relax your muscles and you just kind of relax into the water? You start floating. And naturally, you will begin moving from one end to another. And you're moving more than you were when you were kicking and just kicking and splashing like crazy. You're moving more with a lot less effort. So that's the energy you're coming into energetically with the universe, right? Where you're just like, you know what? I've been trying really hard to make things happen. I've been trying really hard to take control of a situation and take responsibility. And I'm putting a lot of effort in and I'm exhausted and there's so much that I can't control that I'm just going to give this over to the universe right now. I'm going to give this over to the higher power. And right when you do, you begin to float. You begin to be carried. Okay, so this is not like I give up. This is like I'm going to trust the universal law. I'm going to trust the universal flow to just kind of direct me and to move me along. And so that's a beautiful place to be. Okay, and you're having that in the beginning of the week. Your Wednesday, Thursday, Sagittarius, is telepathy. And this is coming up midweek for you. This card came up for Libra also, but in the beginning of the week. So maybe some of you have a Libra that's sending vibes your way and you're picking it up in the middle of the week. Who knows? But, one thing that's jumping out to me in this card, and those of you who watch my videos, you know I don't like to focus on love and romance on the weekly forecasts. I like to keep the love reading separate. But if love comes up, we'll talk about it. And I know that Wednesday, Thursday, love is going to be on a lot of people's minds because of that full moon. And here you have a card with what? A heart. I mean, come on. It's here. Spirit wants us to talk about it, so we're going to talk about it. So a lot of you are looking for that deep soul connection. And Sagittarius, I feel like a lot of you who are watching this video, you have had your fun. You have had your fun. Even if, you haven't had that kind of fun in a while, I feel that there's at least been for many of you a period of your life, even if it was a while ago, where it was just, life was a party, or there was a lot of options or a lot of choices and a lot of flavors, and you were like, hey, I have nothing but time. And now a lot of you just feel that, not even about not having time, but a lot of you just feel like you're ready for substance. Like you're done with the snacks, you're done with the bubble gum. You want nourishment, you want something real, you want something solid. So a lot of you are reaching out and connecting spiritually with with a significant soulmate. Now, this card is also going to let us know that a lot of you are connecting with your psychic abilities and your psychic powers, right? But I feel a lot of you are receiving psychic or spiritual messages from a loved one, okay? Some of you might be receiving, believe it or not, reassurance from someone you're connected to on a soul level whom you've not met yet, who's wanting you to know that, they're thinking of you too, and they're working to get themselves in order so that you all can align. Some of you have already met this person, and some of you already have a significant love where timing has been an issue, or that person has a lot of things they need to work on. And so you might be receiving some kind of dream with them in it, or you might be receiving some kind of feeling or information or message where you're picking up on what's going on with them, and you have a sense or a feeling of when they might be coming around again, or what is going on, or that they're missing you. So some of you are receiving communication in this way in the middle part of the week. Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is yearnings. Oh my God, Sagittarius. So look, we said that a lot of you are receiving this information, and you're feeling this message, right? And here we have, sure enough, this yearning card. So it's like this undesired time apart. Like you don't want to be apart from this person. And yet, so you're longing for each other. And what kind of stands out to me about this picture? She is all into him, and he's just kind of knocked out. And I don't see it as he doesn't like her, or that he's intentionally not responding to her. He looks like he's maybe passed out. Maybe he got hit on the head. It kind of, I hope I don't offend anybody in saying this, but I laughed so hard when I saw this card because it looked to me like, you know, she's all just like ready, like to just be on him. And he's like, I'm not a machine. There's nothing left. Let me rest. Like, that's just what it looked like to me. Like she wore him out. It just looks to me like she wore him out. He's like, woman, let me get some rest. Let me sleep. Let me recharge. That's what it looked like to me when I saw it. And that just made me laugh. But, you know, some of you maybe are not in the physical way, like that, where you've tired somebody out physically. Maybe, I don't know, maybe some of you have Sagittarius. But I feel for those of you where you've had this really strong connection with this person and they're like pulling away, or they're not responding right now, or they don't seem to want to try to work on the relationship, or they're closing down in some way, or there's a full-on separation between you guys. This person is exhausted. You know, it's not because you necessarily tired them out. I think they're just so overwhelmed by life. And I think they're so overwhelmed by the love that you're bringing to the table, where they're overwhelmed. You know, for some of you, this person is full on asleep. They haven't woken up yet. They're not awake. You know, they haven't had their spiritual awakening, and they're just completely and totally in another level for right now. So I feel like some of you are realizing that about the person, if there's somebody that you feel like there's an emotional or physical distance with. And you may be longing for this person, you may be wanting this person, and it might feel very intense. But, you know, these cards kind of make me feel like there's an issue of timing here. Again, I won't get too much into love, but I would just say this. Keep in mind that this full moon is bringing up really intense energies. So don't get discouraged. If you find yourself like longing for this closeness with someone or longing for a relationship, just understand and know that it's okay that you want this. It's a part of being human. It's a normal human desire. You will have it, but these intense feelings are not going to stay like this forever, this intense feelings. A lot of people are just kind of feeling that energy from this particular full moon. So just ride out the wave and it'll be okay. Things will balance out again. You're not going crazy. You're not like stuck in this feeling forever. Just give yourself some time. Go easy on yourself. Let's take a look at your healing message. And also, my friends, you know, keep in mind to go ahead and check out your moon sign and rising sign videos as well, because these are general readings. So it might not, all of it might not resonate. Sometimes your moon sign or rising sign video may resonate for you more, or it could just bring in little extra tidbits of information. So be sure to check that out as well. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do. I'm actually having a sale, which I'll talk about at the end. But here we have your healing card. Okay, here's your healing message for the week. Ooh, Sagittarius, we have respect. We have respect. So you all are coming into that energy of respect and being respected. I feel this purple is really jumping out at me, Sagittarius. So I kind of feel like a lot of you are having these really significant spiritual awakenings, or, you know, you might be coming onto more of a spiritual path and the spiritual connection, which is helping you behave in a way where you're ensuring that you're getting the respect of other people and also respect in love life. But I also feel like it's being respected for your beliefs, or being proud of who you are. Like, see the way she just kind of has her head held up high, right? So maybe some of you maybe felt a little bit funny about these new beliefs, or about your spirituality, or about connecting with your intuition, and now you're wearing it like this crown. Now you're proud of it, and you're able to come out into the open and be seen. I feel like some of you Sagittarius, like, you didn't want to come out with it because maybe people didn't take you seriously. They thought you were like this clown, or you were the life of the party. You know, they didn't see you as somebody who could be like spiritually in tune or connected or wise, and you're just coming out of it like, nope, like, this is who I am. And some of you didn't want to connect spiritually, or you didn't want to be open about this part of your life because you worried that maybe it would make it complicated or make it difficult for you to find a romantic partner. And now you're saying, no, like the more that I'm in this element, then, you know, the right people are going to respect me. They're going to look up at me. They're going to know, you know, who I am. They're going to know what I'm bringing to the table, and the right person will come to me. So what maybe you were hiding before, now you're wearing it with pride. You're allowing it to shine. You're allowing it to show. Those of you Sagittarius who, like I said, maybe you had a lot of fun in the past, and there was this time that when you decided not to do that anymore, you were judging yourself a lot, or you were blaming yourself, and now you're like, nope, I'm still worthy of respect. I'm still worthy of, you know, I'm still worthy of the same respect as anybody else. You know, that doesn't change who I am. That doesn't change anything. It was just maybe a phase I went through, and there's no need to judge myself, and there's no need for anybody else to judge me. So I just feel like there's a lot of pride and courage and like belief in yourself and spiritual connection. I feel this respect is coming in many, many layers. Again, watch your moon sign and rising sign video because it might kind of tie it in a little bit more for you. Also, you know, you might want to check out the healing cards that come up for your moon sign and rising sign. If you want to collect a few more, be sure to do that. Those of you who want the love readings, the link is in the description. If you haven't checked out the August love readings, and those of you who would like a private reading, I'm more than happy to do that. I love reading for you guys. So I announced a special. I wasn't going to announce it on YouTube because the last time I announced a sale on YouTube, I went to sleep, and when I woke up, I was booked 3 months out. I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong. I was very touched by that, and I love you guys, and I love reading for you. But it was a lot. Like, it was overwhelming, and then a lot of people got upset that the wait was so long. So I figured out how to adjust the settings on the calendar, so it will be a limited availability, just so that I'm not like booked 6 months out or something. And so usually for the 60-minute readings, it's $100. And for the phone reading, and for a video reading, it's $150 for people that want me to record the video to record the reading on video. I want to celebrate hitting 60,000 subscribers, so I thought, hey, why not do 60 minutes for $60? So phone reading, video reading, whatever you choose, it will be $60 instead of $100 or $150. I know that might be too steep for some of you still, even though it is a really good deal, and even though it's a really big discount, I know it might not be enough for some of you. So again, I remind you that I have the $20 15-minute readings, and then I every single day do the free card of the day, the free pick a card on the social media. So I'm trying to have something for everybody. Like, I'm trying to have different price points, and I'm going to keep the free content going for the people who just absolutely cannot afford any kind of a free reading, or just don't want to spend money on that right now. You know, the free content is still coming and is going to improve, and there'll be more types of free content in the future. But I thank you so much, guys, for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I look forward to connecting with you guys, and I appreciate you so much for being here, and I'm wishing you a fabulous week. Take care, Sagittarius.